I guess. All right, guys, we're recording. The famous Carrie Campbell is going to give us some eyes tips and tricks, and I'll just let her take it from here.
Okay, well, I'm glad to be with y'all this morning. As you can see, I have already done one eye and I've left the other. And I'm just going to pull my hair back so that you can kind of see as I go along.
Hey, Carrie, I'm going to interrupt real quick. If you put it on speaker view, you guys will get a closer picture of her, and then you can really see. That's much better. Okay. Now I can really see you. And I want to know, what lips are you wearing?
Okay, so my lipstick this morning is the Berry lip liner. And then I have on the Hottie Pink lipstick, semi-shine lipstick. And so I love that lipstick because it's just moisturizing to me. So that's what I have on this morning for my lips. But my eyes, as you can see, I've already done my left eye, but I haven't done the right eye. And one other thing, I contoured my face on the right side a little bit, but not the left. And so I just want to kind of see that little bit of differences as we go through. And on this side, I didn't put any concealer or, the under eye options that we have. I know we have the under eye corrector, and then we also have the perfecting concealer. I prefer the perfecting concealer under my eyes just because it gives a little bit lighter look. And so I just always use it rather than, sometimes I use the under eye corrector as well, but it just kind of gives a little bit lighter look there. And so that I didn't do it on this side. So I just want to see the difference between when I do use it and when I don't use it. Yeah. So you can already start to see it just kind of lightens a little bit. And so that's how I start off with that. Right now I'm using the liquid eyeshadows that are just super easy and fast in the mornings for me before I go to school. And so the light beam is what I usually always just put on before I do anything else over the top. So I just put on the applicator is super easy. You don't even need a brush to do it. And so I just start at the bottom and I work my way up all over. So it's all over color. And you can see there how easy that goes on.
Do you have permanent liner?
Yes, but it's really, really faded.
Okay, because I'm like, okay, I already see eyeliner.
But I'm going to put on eyeliner, our liquid eyeliner, and you're going to be able to see the difference.
Okay.
Okay, so then since I have on pink today, I am using also the pink Stardust. And so I'll just take it and start on my eyebrow bone here. And I just start on the outside and I just put a little bit there. Sometimes it goes on a little bit much, so I just take my finger. You can also take the, cream eye brush and do that. But for me, it's just like so fast. And so far that's where we're going with that. And then I mix the liquid eyeshadows with the powder, with the Chroma Fusion. And I love doing that because you can make any colors, even though I have my easy base coat. Of course, we have so many colors in our eyeshadow. So the Chroma Fusion options are amazing. So anyway, but I like to use a lot of times the Granite, the Stormy, the burnished bronze. I love the rose gold. I'll use it if I don't use the Stardust and so, or the Starlight, excuse me. And but I use the eyeshadows. I've always used the eyeshadows, the Chroma Fusion, and then now that the liquid has come out, it's just like simplified my life so much. But then after I do those, then I take my eye smudger, and I will take one of the darker colors like the Starry Night or Mahogany. Just, it kind of depends. I just kind of mix it up. So today I'm going to use the Starry Night, and I just take a little bit, put it on my brush, and I start at the outside of my eye, and I just kind of go forward toward my nose And then I kind of pull it a little bit toward the corner of my eye and kind of make that V shape. And then after I get that on there, I simply take my all over eyeshadow brush and just blend it. And I always just kind of go from the outside toward my nose.
So you don't use much of that at all?
No.
You're not using much of that Starry Night at all. Get really close and close your eye.
Nope, not much at all.
Looks good.
So you can see. So then I just take the liquid eyeliner pen. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I'd never used like a liquid pen before. I had always been a fan and have always used for the last 20 plus years our just regular eyeliners, and they're fantastic too. But this just kind of makes it pop. I guess it was something new for me, so it gave me a little bit of a change, and I like that. So then I just take it starting at the corner of my eye, and I just go in, and then I kind of go from the inside out. And you can make that line kind of pull up if you want. And then I take it on the bottom and I go from the outside. And then if I go from the outside in, that way it kind of fades a little bit and it's not as dark or staunch toward my nose. Kind of gives a little bit softer feel, softer look to it. And so that's the eyeliner. So you can see, even though I had that permanent eyeliner before that has really faded over the last 10 years, you can see how that makes a difference, our Mary Kay liquid eyeliner. And so I want to show you too, just the difference. I don't have any brow tint on my left eye, but I wanted to show you on my right eye just how that makes a difference and how it can really make it pop. And so it doesn't take that much for me. I do have eyebrows, but I know that people that have a little bit thinner eyebrows, they want to really, make those pop. I have one customer that she tried this. Sometimes she only wears our eyebrow tint just because she just makes her eyes look more alive. And so she doesn't even put anything else on, but she loves it that much. So you can just see.
Oh, wow.
Can you see the difference?
Huge.
And so, I have eyebrows, but they're very, very light. So you can see the difference in that. I am using the blonde eyebrow tint. If you haven't ever used it, it has that little brush that has the tip on it that just goes on so easily. And so I love that about it. The mascara that I have switched to and I'm using now is our Panorama. If you haven't tried it or haven't used it, the Love Lash Panorama, and it's fantastic. And the reason is because of the applicator and just the shape of it. And it kind of has a hourglass figure in there. And so then it has the little brushes, the bristles at the very top that you can go, vertically with. So I just start at the base of my lashes and work my way up all over and then just kind of zigzag it back and forth because it kind of has those bristles that help and allow for that. I'm gonna get a little closer to my mirror so I can see, just not on the screen.
I am still amazed at how little blue eyeshadow you put on, but the difference it makes. You're not trying to fill in the corner with it or anything, are you?
No, and the thing about that is I think with that, some people stay away from those darker colors because they think, oh, that's way too dark. But if you just take a little sample of it, just a little bit, it really does have the power to bring your eyes to life. And so I'm gonna also, whenever I'm finished here with my mascara, I'm gonna put on my mask because everyone's wearing masks, right now out in public and in places. And so I just want you to see the difference between, just that eyebrows, because this is the only part of your face that people are really seeing. And although I am one that has my lipstick behind my mask, Um, I like that my eyes, you know, if you just concentrate on your eyes right now, everybody's going to see and want to know about your eye products. And so I have found that for sure. And so there's my eyes with both done, except for you can see here that I've used the under eye and the eyebrow tint, but you can see the difference that it can make.
I love your mask.
Mhm.
Wow.
So can you see the difference between that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it just me, or does it seem like she has more on her in the corner? I thought there was another color in the corner on the other eye that she did before.
I noticed that too a little bit.
You know what? I may have touched it with our.
It seems a little darker, maybe like a, it almost looks like a, like the, what's the purple, the sweet plum or
It's
something like that?
rose.
Oh,
Nope.
okay.
It's the rose gold.
Rose?
You're right. The rose
Really?
gold.
That's rose gold that you're putting in the corner.
No.
Yep.
On the
Rose
outer
gold.
corner?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
It was the
Yeah.
rose gold. Sorry.
Okay.
I just play with it.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so it's the rose gold. So then you
So-
can just kind of see the difference between.
It's amazing.
So anyway,
Carrie,
I encourage you if
It al-
you
it
if you
also-
have dark circles to use the under eye corrector or the perfecting concealer.
what makes you pick which one?
I am a little more light complected. I'm light complected, and so I just kind of feel like it gives me a little bit of a light and a lift. My complexion is, you know, different than olive skin or darker shades. I don't have a big tan or anything like that. So I just feel like it lightens for me. So I think it's preference.
No, I'm at under eye corrector or concealer. Which one? How do you pick between the two?
I think just the shading. There's the shade of it, and I like
For
the shade
you.
for me.
I'm
You
with
like
her. I picked the concealer over the under eye corrector. I
Okay,
feel like the
good.
under eye corrector is too yellow.
Yeah, and it just depends on your shading, your complexion.
Yeah, the under eye corrector sometimes acts as a
As a concealer.
too.
Say that again, Rana. Your bandwidth is slow, is what it's.
Mhm.
Hey, you know, Rana, type that out in the chat. Do you see down below there's a chat box?
Mm-hmm.
Type that out, and then everyone can hear what you're saying.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. The other thing is that a lot of people
You stopped. We can't hear you. Type it out.
wear eyeglasses while they're putting on.
Let's see.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, just type it out.
Okay.
We're right here. I'll wait. Does anybody else have any questions?
I do.
Yes.
Okay, so because I have the reddish tint, the brow tint in the blonde looks too brown. How can I normally just use the brow pencil because it's a little lighter, more my hair color, but I think the brow tint would be better, but I just feel like it's too dark. And then I have another lady who's a blonde and she wants some brow tint because she doesn't have any brows at all.
What if you try the dark blonde?
The dark blonde's actually a better color for you, Teresa.
It's a light, kind of a light brownish, I think.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the rest of my eyebrow tint on.
Yeah, try the dark blonde. You'll be amazed.
Okay. Yeah, see, I didn't try that because it said it was dark, and I thought, well, I don't want any darker.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I have someone that is more mature and really has like frosty white hair, what color would you suggest for her? If she doesn't have any brows, but she wants some.
Shannon's shaking her head. Unmute, Shannon. What do you think?
Well, I've been told for older people that, like, who have
maybe grayer hair and different things, to go for the blonde, because it will kind of blend a little bit better. And then for for most people, we're supposed to go one shade darker than our hair color for our eyebrows, which still seems so weird to me, but I think the dark blonde would be the right one too for Teresa.
Dark blonde for the gray.
I have a customer that her hair and coloring is very, very similar to yours, Teresa, and that's what she uses, is the dark blonde.
Okay, I'll try it. Thank you.
It's got a little bit. And Carrie, I love the lips. So that's berry lip with what's your lipstick shade? Oh, you say that again?
Body pink.
Yeah, because it doesn't look too pink, but it's a pretty effect. I've never tried that. Such contrasting.
Yeah.
Carrie, are you lining your whole lip or just the outside?
Just the outside. And then I use the Hottie pink.
That looks really pretty together.
Thank you.
Do you see what Rana said? She does one eye, and when you say warm, do you mean the blonde? What do you mean you do
Yes.
one eye in
Yes.
ash? Okay.
Yeah, and then
Yeah. And then they can pick. That's true. I've done that before too.
What's
Teresa,
the ash?
What does she mean by ash?
she may type it, but I think you mean the blonde.
And then what's the warm?
brunette.
Okay, type that out again, Rana. I'm sorry. You have to type that out.
I know, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We get you for just a couple of things and then it goes out. Yeah, you have to describe ash and
So it's the
warm.
brunette. It's the brunette.
Okay, type that. Yeah, so okay, explain that. We're very lost. Brunette is what? What is ash and what is?
Warm.
What are you calling ash and what are you calling warm? And then you just said brunette. Type it out because we can't hear you.
We're learning a new language today.
Yeah,
Rana-ese.
yeah. She might not be able to hear us.
I can.
Which one is ash and which
Okay, the
one?
Blonde
eyebrow
is
tint,
more
the blonde
ash.
is
Okay.
ash. Okay.
Okay,
So the warm is the brunette.
okay. All right, got it. But I feel like the brunette is pretty red.
Yeah, I do too.
I feel like
Like
it's
what? Red?
Yes, I feel like the
Oh, I
brunette is very red. Have you guys seen those? Have you seen some of those colors?
Yeah, I use the
Auburn is-
brunette.
Yeah. Trina, have you seen the brunette?
Yeah, I think I've sold some, but I haven't seen it on them. Like they've ordered it, but they haven't told me that it wasn't right.
It doesn't look red to me. I mean, it just looks brunette. I mean, it looks brown on me.
Yeah, I think it looks brown on you. Do you have it on now, Becky?
Yeah,
You're wearing the brunette?
yeah.
Huh, brunette's not
I
as
like
red as
that.
you think. Huh, because when I look at it in the tube, it looks red to me.
It
Yeah.
has maybe, on Becky, it has maybe a tint of over in the red, but I don't think it's a lot. I think it's very subtle, maybe more like, I don't know, not a mahogany, but like, I don't know, there's something, I can see what you're saying, but it doesn't look red on her. I think it looks like a golden brown or something more. I don't know how to describe it.
Becky, start talking. I'm gonna put you on speaker view.
Okay, well, there you go. See?
Wow,
And I
it doesn't
also have the brow liner underneath it, which is brunette also.
really.
So, yeah.
This
And I
is why
don't use
it's
a lot because it makes it dark really quick. So you don't need much.
Right.
huh. Very good. Very good. Okay, any other questions for Miss Carrie?
I think I still see a little tint of the auburn, kind of.
That, yes, I
Auburn.
think Auburn is a good
That's a
description.
good one. Yeah. So,
Rather than red. So Carrie, what is your let's just go from top to bottom. What is your foundation and what is your blush? And I really can tell a difference on which cheek side. So contour the other side for us if you have those materials right there in front of you.
Okay, my foundation is the Ivory N140. It's the Luminous 3D foundation.
You do use a luminous?
I use the Luminous,
I need
yes.
to try it.
And I'm kind of just a shimmery, glittery. I like all of that on me. I guess I just.
Are you drier, Carrie? Are you dry? Is your skin dry?
I'm usually just normal, and then in the winter I do get dry.
Okay.
So yeah. So if you have more of an oily complexion, it's a little bit, you know.
And how about powder? Do you use powder on top of the luminous?
I've just been using my highlighting and contouring. I haven't used the powder.
You don't use powder.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
No.
show us again what you're using. Show us again.
Okay, so the colors of the latte and the, what's that other one? The latte and the glazed highlighter is what I use. And so I just take it and flatten my brush and get the contouring. And then I just take it and under my cheekbone, and I kind of come from my sorry, I moved everything. I thought I was done. I'm gonna get this set here.
Okay, so you had blush on before you contoured, like you had blush on that side that you're contouring right now.
Yeah, I did.
You can tell the difference, can't you, ladies? Okay, so go ahead. Yes. Okay, go ahead.
And so I had just contoured under my cheekbone, and I don't know what you guys use to kind of highlight underneath, but back to that wonderful perfecting concealer. I take it and I kind of make a little light line underneath, and I kind of make a V toward my chin underneath there so that it lightens underneath there. And then I just use my blending brush and, you know, make it blend together. And then I add my blush on top of it. And then just with a splash of the highlighting powder over the top of it.
Wow. What blush are you using?
The blush I put on today is the,
I'm going to guess it's Shy.
I usually do wear Shy, but it's not today. I usually always wear, I mean, most days, that's what I wear. Why can I not get it out of here? Today I used the Bold Berry that I had before, but a lot of times, most of the time I use the Shy blush.
Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, I've been dominating the questions. Anybody else have any questions?
Thank you.
I have one.
Okay.
Which highlighter was it? The glazed or the honey spice?
The glazed.
Okay.
The glazed and then the latte contour.
Okay.
Teresa, did you have something?
I do. I just want to say, if you guys still have the cream blushes that we had for the fall book, if you haven't tried those, you need to try those because they are amazing. And you can actually put your foundation on, put your powder on, and then do the cream blush, and it stays on. It's really good. So if you haven't tried those, you guys need to try those.
Rana,
Color.
go ahead.
Sorry,
Go ahead, Jen.
Teresa, which color?
I actually, the mauve, I've been wearing the mauve more. I thought I'd wear the pink because it was lighter, but I've been wearing the mauve, and that's what I have on today. I don't know if you can tell with the lighting, but
Pretty.
it's really pretty.
Yeah, you look very pretty.
So Rana watched a tip from Louise, And it was amazing. So if it doesn't freeze up, start telling that. If not, I'll find that video and post it.
Yeah, the black blending, he was using he was putting it on the flat side and then patting it on the cheek, because sometimes people are uncomfortable with how that applies. They're afraid they're going to get too much on. So, and he look when you put, and then with a brush, and then the flat black, and I'm selling tons of sponges now because I totally sell that blush. I think it really melds in. People like that moisture.
Yeah. They like to do it. So you guys keep talking. I'm going to look for that video. I'm going to share it.
I thought that was a great video because he put it on his arm and he showed you the difference between your fingers, the cheek brush, and then the blending sponge, like Rana said. So Rana, did you post that video on your page?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No.
Oh, great. So we can go to your page and see it. So, and you were talking about using the flat side of it, because I know that's what I do sometimes. I'll use the flat side, I'll turn it over and just blend everything out. Because I like to use that sponge myself.
Okay, are you guys ready? Well, hold on. Hold on.
Older customer.
Okay, okay, I'm going to share the screen and I'm going to show this video. Tell me, can you see it?
Yes.
Yes. I can't hear it.
He's using the darker one.
Is he talking?
Yeah, I'll share it. I'll share it on our event page. He's using the tip where it's both sides of the darker one.
He's patting it with his fingers.
Can y'all hear what he's saying?
They can,
No.
I can. But I'm going to share it in our event page. So he's saying one way you can pat it. Another way is they're going to use a brush.
Can you make the screen bigger?
Yes. Sorry, guys.
It's a lot of work for blush.
It's training.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of time in the morning to do that.
It's training though. When you guys get used to it, it goes quick. This is what Rana's talking about. Yeah, he said you can apply it on the sponge or you can do it on your arm. He's talking about you're stamping it around. Okay, so Rana, what did you say that you started doing and you sold it? Oh, did you chat? Or was that Raylene?
Raylene said she'd be gone for now.
Yeah, she has a wedding. Oh wait, my Facebook's going off in Spanish. Okay. He's doing it now in Spanish. Okay, I'll end up that. Am I? Can you see me?
You're full
Yes.
screen now.
Okay, all right, great. All right, any more questions or tips for Miss Carrie? So who all uses the cream blush? I have to admit I haven't used it. Yeah, you love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And do you put it on the sponge, Rana, like he was doing it, or do you put it on your face and then use the sponge to blend it?
Right.
I can't hear him.
Oh man, how are we gonna do my segment?
I don't know. We might have to have you go Facebook Live. Okay. So we'll talk. Teresa, do you just put it on and blend it with your finger?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I just, because mine's actually my demo tube because I'm still showing it. So I either take a Q-tip and take it off of the out of the full size product, or this morning I just took my fingertip because it was clean and I just put a couple of little dots and I just blended it in.
Oh, okay.
But I would think that you would do cream on cream. So like my cream foundation and cream cream blush. But I saw a video where it said do your foundation, but then do translucent powder, then put your cream blush on and it would be fine. And it's actually worked better.
Okay.
So,
Well, my take, go ahead.
So Teresa, is that because you just always use a powder, or do they recommend using a powder under it to set it?
I guess a powder under it to set it. It was just one of those Amber, I think it's Amber Lincoln's. She did a little YouTube video on all the fall products, and so she demoed both of those, and that's how she did it. And so I thought, well, I'll try it and see, because I like the cream blushes when we have them. So, but I had never thought to put powder underneath it because I thought that would mess it up, but it didn't.
So you feel like it stays on better, looks better?
I do. Yeah, I just think it looks better. I think everything, it looks better, it stays on better. Because I know for me, because I'm normal to dry, sometimes I feel like my face just absorbs even my foundation. So like by the end of the day, it's kind of gone. And so I think when I do the translucent powder and then do the blush on top of it, it seems to set it and keep it more. So, but I was afraid if I did the powder and then the cream blush, it would be like kind of cakey looking, and I didn't want it to be cakey. So
The dogs have to bark at some point. Here they go. So what I learned from you, Carrie, is that I need to do a brighter lipstick because you just come across, you just pop. And I know I need to wear a brighter lipstick, but it's really hard for me. Yeah. Oh, that's true, Anna. Yeah, and I agree. I don't know what to do with the sponges. And I need to try a luminous foundation. I think I'm the old school, so I still like that whole matte look. I don't want to look oily, but I'm not oily anymore. I don't think I will look oily. And both you and Teresa use a luminous, right? Does anybody else use a luminous foundation?
It just depends on what my skin is doing. But I did find where I really liked using the luminous, because I'm like you. Yeah, I've always been told older women should not be using the luminous, but I liked it and I liked the way that it looked. It just depends on how, like I said, my skin is feeling though, because sometimes my skin can take it because I'm more oily, a combination oily. And but if you put the oil mattifier on, that helps with that, and also the translucent powder helps, but just a very, very light dusting. Otherwise, you're kind of losing the effect.
Right, right. And Rana, I keep that cream to powder in my purse. That's my touch-up. That's my go-to. I love it for my purse. Love it.
Never thought
So that
about
way,
that.
you know,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
you start crying. I don't know why we'd cry, but you know, when it's just a good touch-up. Or we're going from, my husband loves to drag me after I've been playing disc golf and I'm all nasty to a restaurant. Like, let's just go eat, it doesn't matter. And so it's a good touch-up. It's just like, I need to be covered up.
Let's try my pink Cadillac to go.
Yeah.
Eat lunch.
No makeup on. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna read what Randa said. Young people, yes, I agree. The sponges. Yes. It does make makeup exciting. All right, so let's take, I'm gonna stop the recording. We're gonna come back, guys.